Okay, hi. Can everyone hear me? Hello. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. How's everyone? Yeah, Scalmello. Scalmello redeem first. How is that possible? I don't know. Matt forgot to redeem.
That's exactly probably what happened.
Yep. Matt has been here for a while. You hear voices in your head, they talk to you. This is because Matt is the bucket. For those of you who missed the last stream, Matt is the bucket. So because the squirrels are in the bucket. The squirrels are in the bucket, so Matt is hearing voices.
Literally everything.
So yeah, hi. Hello. Hi everyone. Hello. You need a shoe the bucket. Hi, yes.
Do we have? Oh, we do have an intro.
Okay, here we go. Hang on. And starting the intro in 3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody. Welcome into Three Squirrels in a Bucket, where the three of us that you see on screen right now, if you are doing the visual version, try to get through a podcast and not get completely just like squirreled everywhere because ADHD is fun. I forgot to introduce myself in the first episode, so I'm going to remedy that for today. The person you hear speaking right now, hi, my name is Naoiko. I am the VTuber on screen. I'm a variety streamer, social media manager, random weirdo lady. To my left, I believe it is on the screen, we have Maenah. And then to the right, we have the wonderful Raven Blackheart.
Hi.
So our topic today, because believe it or not, we have a topic. Now, whether or not we'll stay on it is a whole other ballpark. But our topic today
do we have a topic?
is, yeah, we do. We actually do have a topic. It is talking about
We did
double
plan.
standards.
We did plan
We
things.
did try. We tried. We actually did try. Before we really get into the topic, I want to check in with everybody. So, Maenah looks like she's doing some tech stuff, so I'll give you a few seconds for I check in.
Oh yeah, no, everything is broken. I'm sorry. Everyone's gonna have to look at my thumbs a lot.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna help things because we are just looking at Maenah's year for the most part, but the rest of you who are on. So let me move the camera a bit, so we're not looking at Maenah's year.
Please,
Do
yes.
you still have
hang
no
on.
sound on my side, Jesse?
Oh my God, Jesus.
We're fixing it. We're fixing it. Give me a moment.
Nope, that's worse.
You just leave it where it is. I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
Okay.
I'm trying, Jesse Cat. OBS has a little icon moving.
Oh look, 3 streams.
Ta-da! So I think now if Maenah is just in her position earlier, that we'll see more than her year. I think. So yay! Scarmello says you just opened the ink from Inkvent because you wanted to save it for your birthday, and the stickers and the note was so cute. You were so excited. Yay! But yeah.
This is
Yay! We got the sound up on my side. Hallelujah!
Yay!
Hallelujah!
No pants running through Matt.
Wait,
But
no
yay!
sound? Nope. What?
No. Matt
the cat?
says no pants running through.
Oh, okay.
The shoe bill is being a
closing
problem.
this.
Bring up the
Mhm.
shared chat. Hang on, my voice decided to die. Hang on, 2 seconds.
Whoops.
All right.
Okay, sorry, had to clear my throat. I didn't figure you guys wanted to hear that. Okay, so
Okay.
as scuffed as it is, it's still slightly less scuffed than last time, which is amazing, and I'm happy about that. Okay, so before we get fully started, Raven, I'm going to start with you, if that's okay.
Mhm. Yep.
What have you been up to? How's
Please do.
life been?
I ran out of yarn again for Cleanse Bonus Shark. Like, that's the most recent thing, and that's the only thing in my head right now. I bought new yarn. It arrived on Tuesday. I've now used up the yarn, and now I'm like, basically after this stream, tomorrow morning, I need to sit and stare at the goddamn Bonus Shark and figure out how many balls of yarn I need. I think we are going up on 20 balls and 400 euros at this point.
Too
So
many
yeah, that's the
balls.
only thing in my mind right now. Nothing else is passing through. So we're gonna have a fun discussion today.
That's too many balls. That is too many balls. Oh my! I mean, it'll be worth it, I'm sure, but holy carp!
Yeah, don't 20 balls deep way.
I mean,
Drongo and I might also be scheming on stupid things. But we're not gonna leak any of that information, but we might be scheming on stupid things.
I mean, for context of those of you guys who have maybe missed what's been going on, Raven has been commissioned or given the task to make a she has a design that she crochets as the boner shark, which is exactly what it sounds like. And friend of the community, Clint, was like, "Hey, I want a me-size one." So she was like, "What me?" Yeah, you tell the story then. Finish me off.
No, wait, no. The thing is, does it count if I get up off my chair now? We forgot to put up the prediction.
Yeah, we did forget to put them up, but you know what? I think since we don't have the counter, it won't count, but we'll know.
It's fine.
We know.
No,
We've asked for it.
It's easiest if I just take the bonus shark and show it. Not the full size one, because that doesn't fit on screen anymore. But I could take the smaller one, but that requires getting out of the chair. But this feels like it's unfair. You set me up to get out of my chair. Can we not count this one? I've been set up.
It wasn't intentional. Come on now.
I mean, let's be honest.
It just happened. Come on.
This but human size.
Yes, that but human size and blue. And very blue.
I mean, I can show
that's what Raven has been working
Is this color?
on. Yes. So the current plan, correct me if I'm wrong, Raven, is to when you're finished it, you were taking it like you're flying with it, not fully stuffed.
Yeah.
Over
to
Clint to deliver it.
So I am bringing bonus shark's skin. The whole skin.
Just the outside. Like,
just
well, that's
think
a visual.
like Build-A-Bear Workshop. But like, just the skin of the bear.
Exactly.
And then
just the skin of the
bonus shark.
See, now you're never gonna look at Build-A-Bear stuff ever again the same way. You're just it's ruined. You guys have ruined Build-A-Bear for everybody. It's just from this point on, Build-A-Bear, you're gonna be like, well, boner shark. Human-sized boner shark, get on an airplane. That's blue. The biggest blue balls in history. Also, just a reminder, if you guys couldn't tell already, this is an 18+ podcast. So if you have little ones, I apologize in advance. Maybe watch the VOD. Maybe listen to the VOD. But yes, and you're right, Skull. It would make a great out-of-context quote.
Y'all, do you know? So the last VOD from the VOD from the last session, I was going through it to find clips and stuff.
Oh, Jesus.
And in that, how long was it? I think last stream was like 1 hour 40 minutes total.
Oh my god.
There were 44 clips. I had a bellyache from laughing at us so hard. And today, I feel like today is gonna be the same.
I mean, that's what this is. We're 3 squirrels in a bucket. And no one said this was going to make a lot of sense. No one said it was going to be informative or great advice.
No,
this is
we're not.
3 squirrels in a bucket. We're in a freaking bucket. We're running in circles.
My hip.
So while the giggle fits happen, to continue on, to give them a chance to breathe. As for what's been going on with me, not a whole lot. I have just been doing social media work, doing some editing and stuff in that regard to post. Not anything super amazing. I have been reading Dungeon Crawler Carl still, and that is a amazing book. I'm looking forward to reading all of them. I think volume 8 comes out in May of this year, I believe. So
Yo,
yeah.
do you know what I forgot to do?
Just now started on my end.
I forgot.
we have shared chat now. Yep, we have shared chat now. Finally. Lord mercy.
Guys, believe it or not, we did play. We planned. We had a whole meeting.
Breathe.
We've been at this for over an hour before we went live.
But we couldn't do chat
new.
until we went live.
while we're thinking about it, I'm gonna put
Oh, Jesus.
shared chat reminder. Okay, so I got that. So great. Maenah, what have you been up to, friend? Like just basic stuff. We obviously don't make me scream banana bread. You been reading anything? Been watching anything?
Listen, don't even get me started on heated rivalry. Like, that's what I've been reading. That's what I've been watching. Like, leave me alone. I call it Stupid Boat Show because
What?
it's just below deck. Okay, listen. It's it's below deck. But because I work at home, I need something for my brain cell all day, every day, you know?
Makes sense.
It's
I
the
fixed it.
perfect nonsense.
I fixed it. Sorry. I fixed my audio. I'm smart. Yep.
Now it's smarter than both of us.
There we go. I fixed it. Hey, you know what? We're only 30 minutes in this time, and we have all three squirrels on the screen, and I think we're all audible. So you
Oh
know
my
what?
God.
I think it's a win. I think it's a
Maybe?
win.
And we got through the introductions and are in the middle of, you know, the updates so far kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's
Look
we,
at
we
us.
only
Look
got
at
to that
us.
like
It
1
sounds
hour
like my
later.
stream
than
isn't
last time.
actually live.
Yeah. Look at us. We are
Wait.
professional streamer. Cool.
Maenah forgot about.
I don't know how to fix it.
You know, 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 here, cause we're just 2 out of 3 squirrels is not bad. Maenah is technically hanging on the outside of the bucket right now. She's just like she's clinging on, but
I'm
she's here.
hanging on an edge. Guys, for transparency, like I had to switch devices, and then the device like it revolted, and now I'm on 3 devices. None of them.
But you know what? Hey, we have 2 of the 3 live. We have all 3 on screen.
We're getting there, guys.
By episode 5, we may actually just have it all work. Right? We have audio. We're doing good.
Yeah. See, it's an improvement from last
if
stream.
you guys can hear me, like,
Yeah, that's
we're
what we
part of
actual
the-
bucket.
we're
We'll
part of
actually
the
be in the bucket. All right. So to try to keep us remotely on
Jesus
topic,
Christ.
because somehow or another I have been designated the squirrel with the brain
Hang on,
cell.
yeah, because you are.
Look, like Alike said at the start of the stream, Raven, do you know what time it is? And I was like, it's 2 a.m. And she's like, and you're starting stream?
I mean, we knew this was going to be just a fun scuff time. We knew.
Look, I was
Don't eat the brain cell. I need it, Jessica. Don't eat my brain cell. I need it.
I might have
need it.
dipped the
No,
brain cell in cheese sauce and cheese powder before I handed it over.
No. Don't do
I
it.
put the brain cell in the bag of Cheetos and went.
I need the brain cell. Please don't eat the brain cell. I still need this. We're never gonna get anything done if we don't. Oh.
Wait, Maenah was in the middle of saying something. I forgot what she was saying.
No, there's nothing happening here. Guys, I'm just like praying I can like click start streaming, but like the problem is now OBS is telling me you. So,
What?
So, you know, to wrap this all around, back on topic, to just bringing it all back on, like, you know, there are times where we just don't feel like we're doing great, and we'll put ourselves down because, like, we are our own worst enemies, and we have double standard issues, which is what we're doing our topic, bringing it back around. Around town. There we go. Yeah. So I know all three of us have been caught about doing double standards, where, for instance, a good one that a lot of people in this community may feel the vibe to, when we draw or create some sort of art, paint, edit, whatever your art form is, and we're like, well, I don't really want to sell it because I don't feel like it's good enough. Or you go to price it and be like, well, I know I spent X amount of hours on this, and if I was making minimum wage, I would get this amount of money, but I don't think it's worth that amount of money because I don't feel like my effort is good enough. But then when we have our friends who will do something almost like the exact same situation, we're over there like, no, charge what you're worth. It's worth millions. Like, yeah, it's worth millions. It's worth more than that banana duct tape to a wall that's sold. That's a thing. Oh,
sorry, I had to fix Maenah. Maenah is off screen again, so I had to move Maenah again. But every time I do that, because I did my transitions wrong, remind me to fix the transitions. Every time we transition, we get the three squirrels in the bucket.
Hang on, I'm making a note.
Fix transitions, yes.
Also,
right, sticky note made. My computer is going to be covered in pink sticky notes.
I once gave a banana to a random stranger on the street in New York.
Okay. Context.
Why
did you have a
really
banana?
Isn't many. We went to a show called Too Much Light Makes the Baby Go Blind. Like, too much light, baby blind.
Yeah.
The concept is get through as many of the, like, I guess, concepts as you can. TLDR, someone took a bite out of a banana, threw it into the crowd. It ended up in my lap. But then I didn't want to leave it because I thought, oh, someone's going to step on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then mess. But we're 4 blocks away. I have the banana and everyone's like, what are you doing? They are in that theater right now looking for that friggin' banana.
What?
And I went, oh my god, you're right.
You
they
stole
are.
a banana.
But then because like, as a theater person, it then dawned on me, I was like, oh, you're right. I would have made note, like, get the banana. So no one steps on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't rot under a seat. So it doesn't, whatever. Nope. I just stole it. And
you
left.
Stole a bitten into banana at a performance.
Like, full
how did you give it to
like,
a random person in New York then?
That's the worst part.
That's why.
Because at that point I was like, I can't just throw it away. I can't just hand it to someone. It has to be big.
Mm-hmm.
There was a group of folks, clearly like a birthday party, right? And I was like, these are my targets.
Oh,
so I take the banana, I run across the street.
She premeditated the banana.
Oh, this is
banana.
How many crimes is that?
I want to meet these people again in my lifetime so I can explain like how this all happened. So I run across the street with the banana, like bite down, right? So it's just a normal banana. And I go over and I'm like, hey, whose birthday is it? Like, here you go. And the guy's like, oh, it's my birthday, but like, I'm allergic to bananas. And I pretended Like, it was the single most devastating thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, crying on a street corner in New York with a bunch of random people. And
what was your
all their
thought
friends were like,
process?
their friends were like, no, we'll take the banana. Like, we'll make sure he gets it. Everything's fine. And
Don't
so
go
they
at this
take this
point. I
banana,
clearly need
and I'm like, thank you, happy
co-conspirators.
birthday. They have no idea there's a bite. Take it out the other side. Like,
Oh god.
I wish I would take this story to my grave, but no, I need everyone to know
it's
this
out
story.
there now. It's
Liv.
out there now.
Because
You
I
made the
need these
decision.
people-
Our dear friend Liv
No,
is
I
based
need
in
them
New
to know-
York. We need Liv
Yes.
to go find those people.
Thank you. Like, this happened, we're talking like, oh my god, 15 years ago. Like,
Yes,
so
shit, I have
long
no
ago.
lots of
But
questions. I have more
Ask
questions than
away,
answers right now.
Jessica. Same. But Jessica has a lot of questions too. You don't know where to start.
I wish I could see chat. I would help.
So, wait, so first crime, stole a banana.
Yep.
Stole a banana.
Second crime, got ghost conspirators.
Correct.
Instead of just eating the banana, decided it needs to go to someone else. Third crime,
Yes.
roping co-conspirators in. The third problem over here in the crime is pretending like it's a whole banana and lying about the state of the banana.
Listen, I didn't say that it. I did not
This
advertise
is
that it was a whole banana.
premeditated.
You premeditated banana theft and banana drama.
Oh my god.
You are
No.
a premeditated banana criminal.
The thing is, bananagate. No, I just want to point out.
We were.
I just want to point out that now basically was like, because both like all of us have issues that sometimes that we shouldn't share online and maybe we should stay in the bucket. So now was like I have come up with a safety word. If I say banana bread, yeah, we have to get banana.
Oh, sweet
story was
merciful! I gotta
terrible.
y'all can't see to the VTuber, but the glasses got to come off because right there, my eyes are my eyes are watering from laughing and
Oh my
smiling.
god.
too
We did not know about Bananagate before this. Maenah just decided to start with Bananagate, and now it's like, wait.
This is live learning. We are with the chat. We had no idea. This
Day
is
one.
a new one for
Day
all.
one, and we have to pick a different round.
All right, new safe word is pineapple. There we go. Moving on.
We can't do
Don't
that.
talk about pizzas! Scomello said you somehow brain flashed the first part of this story, so you're just exceedingly lost about how this banana got into the theater. What was that?
Oh, just friggin' Adrian.
Oh my gosh. I never in my wildest dreams could have seen us talking about double standards turning into Bananagate. I mean, hell, while we're at it, let's talk about bananas in general. Like, anybody else got any crazy banana stories?
So, okay. You guys want to know the
Skip,
best
have
part
you heard
about
about
this story?
Bananagate?
Guys, the best part. So when we walked into this show, we were all handed
Good question.
a name tag, and mine was Butter.
So butter is
I
stolen
still think about that.
from the theater.
Just
So
Butter.
here's the Cliff Note version, Skip. essentially, we were trying to talk about double standards, but then Maenah decided to tell us about something that we call bananagate, which is the story we're all learning live, which is essentially Maenah went to a performance in New York where they had a banana thrown into the stage that somebody had been, like the crowd that somebody had been in, and it turns out they actually wanted
other
that
way
back.
around.
Okay, yeah, other way around. They wanted the banana back, though, so she ended up taking the banana with her and then decided, you know what, I have this banana, I'm not going to do the right thing and, like, throw it away or give it back to the people because it's too embarrassing at this point, so let's make it even weirder. So she goes up to a birthday party like a group of people and, like, tries to give this half-bitten banana to somebody, pretending it's a real banana, and it's just, like... This is here, have this. And the person's like, I'm allergic to bananas. And then she's like, putting on this act of like, oh my gosh, I wanted you to have this banana so badly. And their friends are like, oh, well, make sure that they'll get the banana. So she had premeditated not only banana theft, but banana giving away a theft banana.
This is a true story.
Jessica was asking what was it bitten just the tip or the half? I feel like from what Maenah said, it's like they took a bite like that.
It was the side. Yeah.
And then
like
you handed it over like that so nobody knew there was a bite on the banana.
Yeah. So it was like, it was on the side like this. And so like, I handed it over.
So they couldn't see the bite.
Because it was on the bottom.
Lord have mercy, girl. Lord have mercy.
Oh, Jesus. I genuinely hope whoever that is, I want their friends not only to remind them every year, hey, remember when the crazy lady gave you a banana?
Who finds a banana like that? Theater people, apparently.
That group of friends.
They'll never see you the same
right? I still think about the people that are like, where did the banana go? Like, there should be a banana.
There's two groups. There's the where did the banana go? And the what the
So yeah, if anyone knows these people, please let them know. I need to know that they know. I know.
We need to send this VOD to Liv so that she can help track down the people because she's at least in the same state.
You know what?
Billy Eichner on the street.
Where did the banana come from? It was part of the theater show, Scarmelo.
I can give dates, like...
Jessica, I don't think she smuggled it. I think she just took it and was just walking off.
Oh, I straight up just walked out with it. Like...
Yep, the stage prop went with her.
That was
like this. I was like, I'm leaving with this banana. Like...
I don't know how. You know what? This stream
there
is
was
now
nothing
about
secretive about it.
Banana theft. and
oh, sorry, you were saying the people asking when and the people asking where it came from. Just yeah, basically, it's like what the hell? Why are we holding a banana?
Why? Like
nobody knows what's going on anymore, and it's all because of me.
This is what happens when my stream kind of works, fam. And like, let's be honest, it's really not working.
Yes.
So let me.
I'm not even live, and I can't make myself laugh.
Let me attempt to bring it back around town. I'm gonna attempt. I'm probably not gonna succeed, but I'm gonna attempt. Okay, so after Bananagate,
Law and Order Special Fruit Band.
Dun-dun. These are the stories of the fruit.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so Raven, let me pass it to you. Let me pass it to you.
Bananagate, what did you come back to? Alika, you missed the best story ever.
The VOD is going to be good on this one. I'm just going to tell you that now. So,
animate this
story.
I know someone who does those animations if we need to, so I'll go talk to Pat and be like, "Hey, Pat,
yes,
what was your commission to do this?" I am making a sticky note now. Commission Pat. So if you're wondering who we're talking about, Weird Pumpkin Studios, also known as Art by Sutherland, or Pat Sutherland, is a game maker and also an animator of clippies on both the reels, the tiki talks, and all that fun stuff. Yeah, so we'll have to talk to Pat and see what his fee would be. Yeah, because bananagate.
So just a very quick summary for LEK. You when you watch the VOD, you have the full story. But the long and short of it is, Maenah went to what I think is an improv show or something like that, stole a banana that was a prop, and the banana was bitten on the side, so there was a mouthful taken out of it, and then she was holding it, and then someone was like, woman, they are looking for the banana, and instead of going back to return it, she decided to hunt down another group of people who have nothing to do with the show, who were celebrating their birthday, and try and palm it off to the birthday boy. Birthday boy was like, I'm allergic to bananas. So what did she do? Made a whole show and, you know, everything of like, oh, this is the worst thing on earth that you're allergic to bananas. So, you know, the friends of the birthday boy felt like it was their duty to make sure that she doesn't start crying in the middle of the street, and they took the banana from her saying, we'll get it to him. But the thing, she handed it over with the evidence of the bite mark facing away, so they didn't know there was a bite taken out of the banana. So yeah, that's the summary.
Like a bite's taken out of it.
Okay, I feel like more clear about the bite. It was not like if you turned the banana to the side, there was going to be like a missing chunk of it. It was the fact that someone just like put their teeth into it.
Okay.
So
that's teeth marks, so not a hole, just teeth marks.
Better or worse?
I don't know.
Yeah, like
I feel like that's almost kind of worse, because it's like, why did this lady give me a banana that someone just put their teeth in and didn't even bother eating it, but they put their teeth in the weirdest way to eat a banana they possibly could.
Yeah, skin and everything.
It.
Like, it was not a de-skinned banana. Like, it was banana skin.
Well, I hope it's not a de-skinned banana, because that brings into more problems. I feel like my VTuber's mouth has just been a gate for this entire episode. And not because it's unsynced wrong, or that it's not synced right. No. It's because my mouth is physically a gate.
Guys, I'm so sorry for starting banana
right?
gate.
That's the face, Allie K. That's the face.
I can't see chat because again, I'm still not live because I haven't figured that out.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. What we gonna do with you, girl? So, okay. I'm Raven. Let me ask you a question. In your experience, in your experience, how do you deal with pricing your own stuff and trying to like have your own self-worth? Like, how do you handle that? Like, how are you able to push through it? Because you have your own shop and it's got a lot of cool stuff. How do you give yourself the value? Like, how do you value yourself in that way? How do you get past the feeling of like double standards of my stuff isn't good enough, but also I need to charge money for the time and materials I spent, but also I feel like I'm not doing it. How do you get past that?
I feel like I'm the worst with the double standards, because even within my own skill set, I have double standards. Like this skill set, I'm going to charge you a fair rate. And then that skill set is like, yeah, nah fam, nah. I mean, Maenah is currently dealing with me on one of those. Because Maenah has asked me to do something, and I refuse to give her a number. The reason I refuse to give her a number is because I don't know what the number is, and I'm like, I don't know. Shush. So I have things that I'm comfortable charging because I've done them before and I've charged for it before. So like if I'm doing conventions and stuff, so example, I'm doing console and all that, like once a year I do the game conventions and stuff, and I do some video work for them. That's a friend rate. I know that's a friend rate. I told them that's a friend rate, but I give a friend rate because that's a friend rate. I'm willing to do that, and in exchange I get to go to a game conference every year for free. So that there's a little bit of trade there, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna charge you this much for this, right? And that's a friend rate. Telling them straight up that's a friend rate. And then it's sort of like, but there are other things I don't know how to charge, and LEK is calling me out on it. Patreon members, this stuff is free. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know how to deal with double standards. I know damn well how to price people.
But like,
and I straight up tell them, if it's like, I feel like you should charge more, but I don't have the money now. Are you okay with it if we do a barter trade of some sort or other and everything? I mean, now you are a recipient of one of those deals. So it's like I understand what other people's work is worth way more than what I understand my work is worth. And like, even when you tell me to look at it, it's like, what if, because one of the things Grayscale used to say when we when we used to talk a little bit more, Grayscale was like, if I was the one trying to sell this, is this a fair rate? And I would answer with no, and then they would be like, and then why is your price like this? And I'm like, because you are better than me. And Grace just like smacks me over the head.
Grace is like, nope.
Yeah, Grace is like, nope. And then Stroops also kind of like smacks me over the head with that. Because it's always that conversation, like, it's like, do you think this is a fair rate? And then this is not a fair rate. And there's always that exchange. And I think it depends. So for me, it's sort of like, it depends on what exactly is it I'm doing and what we're talking about. But I would say for anything that's not a professional skill set, that I consider as a professional skill set, because I would say that it could be a professional skill set for other people, but so in my head, even the professions have a double standard, because like,
yeah, I was
streaming,
about to get to that, because I was just what how
streaming, crochet, all of these things is not professional. So I don't know how to price that. But if you ask me how much am I going to charge to teach a game design class, I know those numbers.
But, okay, so moving aside the monetary thing, we're going back to the whole double standard thing. You just automatically said a double standard right there. You were just like a professional skill set versus a non-professional skill set. Girl. Here's a double standard, because I know y'all have to tell me this all the time. You have put hours of your life into learning this thing. Even if you don't have like 50,000 degrees on your wall, or even if you don't feel like your art is where you want it to be, that is still a professional skill set that you have put your own time and money and effort into learning. That is still professional. It's still professional.
I mean, yeah, but so I'm not defending myself. I'm just explaining how my brain works. And I feel like some of you in chat might understand this as well. If someone has hired you, or if your mom, your parents, your family members have said that this is a real job, that is a professional skill set.
Okay, real quick, Maenah has joined the chat. She's live.
Listen, guys, I finally might have figured it out.
Woo!
All three squirrels
You've been watching my face like move for an hour.
An hour in, we got,
is it streaming
we got
right?
3.
No, it's not. It's not. But
so LEK was like, why is fiber art that you've been learning for years not professional? So this is where like I feel like I think I brought this up in our own little like group, like the squirrels chat. There's the inner critic, and I think LEK and I were talking about this as well, and our inner critic sounds like our mom. Mom says this is not a real job. Mom says being an artist is not a real job. Mom says being a musician is not a real job. So none of those, even though I carry the skill sets, I have the skill sets, I spent years, decades, perfecting the skill set, that ain't a real job. and that
So-
kind of like is just burnt in there. So it's really
You're
hard
not
to step out of it and say that who says it's not a real job. Like I can
Yeah.
sass my mom about it when she's like, why do you need to buy so much yarn? And my response to her, which is the truth and should in theory be the indicator that this is a real job, is people are willing to pay for my creations, so I buy the yarn so I can make them. That should make it a real job.
Yep.
But because I've grown up, you know, I'm a grand old age of 40 and I'm halfway into the grave. But basically, you know, what? Truth. Average age, the lifespan. But because you've spent all of this time internalizing that this is not a real job, it doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
And
I think
like,
that's honestly where a lot of the double standard in that comes from, because like you
Yeah.
I think you hit the nail on the head, at least for me as well. Your mom says that that's not a real job. I think a lot of our double standards as far as in regards to our work is as an artist, or you know, someone who is selling a thing, whether it be a service or an item that you have made, is because a lot of us have actually had parents who mean well, but they're like, no, that's not how you provide for yourself and your family. That's not a real job. So because of that, you know, back history, we don't think it's a real job. Therefore, we don't feel like it's worth people's money. But it is. It's a double standard.
Jesse Cat says there's Jesse Cat says there's a TikTok lady that has the page for Price Everything because she's a fashion designer talk creator. Jesse Cat, is she the one with the Google spreadsheet? Because I have that spreadsheet and I actually modified that spreadsheet for fiber arts, like to do crochet items, because one of the things I feel that did not reflect accurately, and this is not me modifying the spreadsheet because I don't feel like I deserve that. It's more reflecting the fact that when I am crocheting, I'm probably also being a whole butt pain, you know, pain in the butt in everybody else's stream. So I'm not focusing. I'm not focusing on doing the crochet. I might take 2 hours, but out of the 2 hours, actually only 30 minutes is active crocheting. So I modified it to take the yardage of the yarn into consideration instead. And then I, depending on how focused I am during the time that I'm doing the project, I use that as a multiplier. So if I am very distracted, then, you know, the multiplier gets reduced. If I'm super focused, then I put the multiplier higher up. So that's kind of like what the thing is. You have to put the minimum wage and put the cost of yarn. Yeah, I have that one. So I have that spreadsheet. Mama Zach actually sent it to me because I was asking her how to actually do the pricing. She sent that to me and then I looked at it and then I did a few calculations and I was like, this doesn't really reflect how I work. So I modified it to take into consideration something that was a little bit more accurate and tangible, which is the yardage. Because if I am working this much yarn, every stitch has a timer on it, right? And so if I use 200 yards, that's a more accurate representation than if I say I used 2 hours. Because 2 hours could be 2 hours of being a butt pain for Brenda while making something that actually would take me 45 minutes if I was paying attention to what I was doing. So that's why for me, the time scale, I use it as a multiplier rather than the actual base calculation, and I use the yardage as the base calculation. So this is one of the things I did with that spreadsheet that feels more real, and the numbers are not low. And LEK, you can't call me out for this because I actually charge you based on that spreadsheet for that. The koala was charged based on that spreadsheet.
So Ali K in chat also has another real thing that I seriously relate to. Says, for me, a lot of my art-related imposter syndrome comes from the fact that I'm self-taught. Like, oh, I take way more time doing things because I learned my own way and never the, air quotes, correct ways. Yeah. Like, yeah, being self-taught is a thing that I don't really value. Again, back to what Raven said, the professional. Like, what is a professional skill set? We have that ingrained in us, and we have that double standard.
Well, it was probably under as well. No. Koala wouldn't be under. I know the boner shark is going to be under. Boner shark is definitely under, but then Clan is going to have to make up for it some other way. Because boner shark is costing me 400 euros so far. Excluding the plane ticket.
Clan is going to have to feed you the entire time you're there and give you lots of candy, but not the crab candy.
Yes.
Preferably
Yeah,
not.
I made my own
extra
pattern
going
several
into that
times.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, that is slightly different, LK, I would say. Yes, I didn't take the pattern creation into consideration for your koala, but when I quoted you, it was quoted based on the estimations, and I kept within the estimations because I was quoting it based on how much yarn I think I would be using and all that. So because I did the quote first, I didn't add on that cost.
Yeah, Jessica also says, I thought myself digital art, no school, so can I count my stuff as professional? Yeah,
Yes.
like I have the same problem. I'm self-taught with all of my art, and besides high school level education in that regard. Like, I still have a hard time dealing with calling my stuff professional. I have made a full, well, not full, obviously full would not fit in my apartment whenever I lived there. I believe it was like over 24 inches tall polymer clay and air dry clay sculpt of the bathhouse from Howl's Moving Castle. But I still don't consider myself a professional clay artist because I don't feel like I'm good enough. Because double standards.
Yep. Skip said you made a grave topper once and the formula was the cost. The flower shop owners were late stage capitalists, so they made a profit off of them, and the plastic flowers used plus the time at minimum wage plus 5. Ooh, that's not fair, Skip.
Yeah.
It's not like being restricted from calling yourself an accountant. Yeah.
So tell me if you agree with this. If you agree with this, Maenah, would you say that when it comes down to it, as far as the pricing thing and double standards, what if we just held a freaking town hall meeting of sorts with the Twitch community that we're friends with, propose how much we want to charge for things, and have them throw stuff at us to see if it's actually worth it?
I mean, yes and no. Like, I like the concept. However, when you get folks like that, you're going to get a mix of, I'm going to pay a lot more for something than is really worth, as well as the folks that are just going to be like, oh, I'll pay like $5 for it, $5-10, you know. And depending on how wide of a net you're able to extend, you're going to get more or less of a mix. Piggybacking on this, like, I love my independent artists. I love my independent shops. And going in there, I will say, and I don't know if this like helps or hurts your question, but when I go in there, I know, hey, I'm getting this from an independent person. I'm getting this from a small shop. I'm getting this from like the good people, quote unquote. I know I'm also probably going to be paying like $5 to $10 more for that item. And in my eyes, totally worth it. I will pay that 10 times over. But I know there's a lot of people that would rather just like go to a Walmart or go to a whatever it is to grab the item instead. So
yeah, like it really, you have to. So from a marketing standpoint, you totally touched on a really good thing. Like from a marketing standpoint, in my experience of having to deal with that fun stuff for other people, because myself, don't even ask. I have double standard issues with that. Myself, I'm like, my time's not worth anything. I don't know. Friend thing for everybody. Are we friends? I met you on the street. Nope, we're friends now, so I'm giving you the friend rate because I don't feel like charging you the full thing. But like I get it, because you have to figure out who your target audience is whenever you're picking like your price and how you're aiming your advertisement. Because if you are trying to aim, like if you're making, let's say for instance, I have a friend who does custom tumblers. Like she does like the resin pours and everything for them. It takes her many hours to get it done. They're all custom made. They're all really well made. She's put a lot of effort into it, even though she's self-taught. she had somebody tell her one time that, yeah, like I think Maenah has a Tumblr, probably not that, but
Sorry, I'm
yeah,
something similar to this. Yeah.
Yes. But like, yeah, like she had someone tell her when she was at a craft fair one time trying to vend her tumblers. She's like, well, I can go to Walmart and get this for like $15. Why do you think you have the right to charge me $20 for this? And you have to, it's one of the things, as I got to tell her, you have to know your audience and who you're advertising to, because if you are trying to advertise a handmade, handcrafted, one-of-a-kind thing, something that you as a artist have made, and it is not something that is made in like, you know, big old bulks, you're not going to find it in the Walmart most likely. You know, that's the experience that you're trying to sell. If you try to also aim that experience at somebody who is only, you know, looking at this item not as art, but as I need something to put my liquid in, I want to drink out of that doesn't look like poo, of course they're not going to want to pay the same price. So you totally touched on the topic, I think. I feel like that, you know, you have to know your audience when it comes to that. I love how we started with double standards and now we're just talking about pricing things, and I have no problem with that whatsoever.
Pricing is still part of double standards, right? And like to touch on that Walmart thing, I have an even worse experience with that, with regards to that, because yes, LK, you know, at the craft fair too, it's like, that's horrible. But here's the thing, there are also crafters out there who are trying to undercut people who do things. So most of you have seen my octoplushies. If you have not met my octoplushies, these are my octoplushies. Julius over here is one of the first few that I made. He's been with me the whole time, because when I finished him, it looks like, you know, look at this guy. He's just judging you all the time. So I felt like I couldn't hand him over to anyone else because he's just sitting there judging me. So I kept him, okay? So this is one of, like, I think like Octo number 1 or 2 or something, basically one of the first fews. So when I was in Singapore, I did craft fairs. I did do craft markets once a month. I did that. So for a few months, I was doing the craft fairs. I was only selling the octo plushies. Okay, but you can customize your octo plushies and everything. So I was doing the octo plushies. One of the months, someone walked past my table and picked them up, looked at them and went, how much is this? Why is it so expensive? And then she put it back down and she was like, I wouldn't buy this from you. And she walked off. The next month, she had a booth diagonally away from my table, because I always pick the same spot. And I'm friends with like some of the organizers, and I've like helped with organizing events and everything with them, so they kind of like let me take my pick of the spot, so I'm always at the same spot. She had picked a spot that's diagonally away from me to undercut me. She was selling these guys at $5 a pop.
You can't even buy the material for that much.
You can't. Well, you can if you are her. Because those of you who have my plushies, you know I make a lot of effort in choosing the softest yarns I can work with. The Maenah has the penguin. And Maenah knows how soft the penguin is. I make sure that the yarn is nice, because this is a friend that I want to play with and I want to hold and I want to cuddle. Her yarn...
I have a Raven plush, but it's a Raven art. But
the other one is plastic. The other one is just rough. It's just rough. It's tough. It's not. It doesn't feel nice. And she was selling it at $5. And basically, I did not notice, because I was setting up. I was focused on my own booth and everything. I did not notice. So Floof was there at that show, I think. And other friends were there as well, because I always, you know, my friends know that I do that every month, so they would come and, you know, sit with me and everything. So it's sort of like, you know, I'm not just alone at my booth. So they, you know, they took turns walking around, and then one of them came back and she was like, not wanting to alarm you, someone's copied your thing completely, but it does not feel good and it's horrible. And I think, and basically this friend was like, I think she might have asked, you know, sent it off to some Chinese manufacturers or whatever to basically do, you know, the cheap Chinese labor version of things, and she's selling it at $5. And I was like, I basically my reaction at that point, I actually didn't feel anything. I was like, well, she can do what she wants because I know the quality of my stuff and I'm keeping my prices and no one's going to do anything. But this kept coming over to my table to tell people that, oh, you know, she's overcharging you. You can come and get it from my table. So like about 2 hours into the craft fair, I had it, and I basically sent one of my friends and flew over to the organizers and tell them what's happening. She got booted out after that.
Good.
So it's sort of like, but it's also sort of like, even at craft fairs, you have other crafters who will do this to you. So it's kind of like, pricing aside, you as the artist, if you ever manage to overcome the double standards thing and price your stuff properly, or as you think is proper, you still have to, like, there is still that additional, then it's not just double standard, but it becomes a case of imposter syndrome. It becomes a case of, am I good enough and all that. And there's a lot of internal conflict going on trying to deal with something like that. Because then it's like, am I actually overcharging? You start to doubt yourself. Like, did I actually overcharge? Is this actually a fair price and all that? And basically it's like, you need to kind of like overcome that for yourself as well. And I think that kind of actually feeds back into the double standards as well, because the more you have that happening to you, the more likely you're going to think that I'm not good enough to charge that much. And that is a very unfortunate thing as well.
So here's the question. Oh, go ahead, Maenah. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, I'm not like a maker, you know. So I don't have like a product or anything like that. So it's hard for me to be like, yes, everything should be XYZ, but I totally agree with Raven, where it's like, you get into your own head of what's worth, what's not worth, and then you let yourself get psyched out of like, I know my little being is worth, you know, $20, $15, whatever it is. I'm going to stand firm on that and know that people are going to go for quality versus anything else.
Mm-hmm.
As a not maker, for me, I would so rather just like support folks that have that same mentality of like, I want to put the best quality materials. I want to put effort in. I want it to be something that's going to last. I want it to be the best penguin plushie that I can give you, the best fidget toy I can give you, you know, whatever it is. So I appreciate that as a not maker, but I do know that there's folks that don't agree.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where it goes back to that Walmart mentality of like, the quickest, the cheapest, the give me it now, I'll replace it.
I mean, like, I just want to be clear. There honestly is there's no problem with that Walmart mentality, because
definitely.
We're not hating on that, because like, let's be honest.
Yes.
We all broke mother truckers.
We need it occasionally.
Yeah. But we also, you know, you gotta realize that whenever you're trying to buy something that's handmade, and, you know, even if it's just digital art and it's being printed, that still counts as handmade in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that person has put in time, and they need to be paid adequate for it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys think of a way? I mean, if we don't come to one, it's fine, because this is a very difficult thing. But can you guys think of a way that creators, ourselves included in this case, I mean, like, even just regular people, because like, you'd be like, I charge somebody to like watch their kid, I charge somebody to help them move. Like, how do we go about catching and like actually stopping ourselves from that double standards? Like, is there something that we can do to get ourselves like out of that box of it's not worth it, we're not good enough, it's not a real professional skill set, it's not like I shouldn't charge X, Y, or Z for it? Is there a way that we can get out of that?
Yes and no, because the yes is like what I mentioned, like Stroops, Grace, and myself, we have a little group chat sort of like with the squirrels, but that's specifically for art kind of related stuff. And it's basically for us to like bounce things off each other, like, it's like, does this make sense for pricing? Does that make sense for pricing? If out of the 3 people there, basically the more people the better, because then it's going to be even more kind of like an average. You get an idea of what the average response is going to be, because these are also people who are creators, right? So they are going to understand the work that's put in there. It's not the same as bouncing it off just buyers and non-creators, because Maenah, as much as I love you, you don't know how much time is spent making the stuff, because you are not the creator yourself. Like, you don't make the same stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you don't know the time and effort and how much skill goes into something. So it's better to bounce it off other people who are also makers, who are willing to spend, because there are also makers who are bloody cheapskates. I'm just going to say it. There are people who would. Those are the people who are always like, they look at your thing, and those of you who have been to craft markets, you've probably heard this before. Why are you charging so much? I can make that for $5. Go make that for $5 then. So you don't want those people, but most of the Twitch community is not like that. So if you know a lot of streamers, because I mean, y'all are here, so I know you spend time on Twitch. So whether you stream or not, you know who are the ones who are willing to spend on somebody else's craft, right? Go to those people, the more the better, and go, hey, I am thinking of selling this thing I make that is in the same category as the stuff that you tend to work with for this price. Do you think that's a fair price? Most of them will tell you yes or no, and if the answer is no, they'll tell you why it's a no. Is it too expensive because of X? Is it too cheap because of X? That's the kind of thing that they will tell you, and that's going to give you a little bit of a kind of like baseline to help set your price. So this is like with the double standards, this is more towards the setting your price, right? And setting your worth is the one that's a little bit harder to deal with, because it just has to be unlearned. And again, community helps a lot, because it's reinforcement, right? We grew up with parents saying, this is not a real job, this is not a real job, this is not a real job. That's like, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. I don't, depending on how old you are, that's the number of years you've been hearing that nonstop. And even if your parents have passed on, that internalized voice never goes away. You still hear them in your head. So you need something else to counter that before, and it needs to have that same strength and volume in your head before you can kind of like press that, kind of like just get it to settle and let them fight together.
Wait.
Hello! Hi, Tata!
Thank you for the raid, Tatter.
2 Tatter
Thank
raids
you for the raid, Tata!
My goodness.
Yes!
Welcome in, Chaos Stars.
Welcome in! We are talking about double standards and pricing, and I'm pretty sure Tata will be able to call us out on a lot of our own bullshit. So, and Tata might have some input as well on this, because we're talking about like, what's considered professional skill sets and what's not, and how do we do pricing and all that, and but like, sorry, I'm going on a bit of a rant because it's like but touching on that double standards kind of thing.
You guys are totally allowed. Like,
I mean, we had bananagate. Also, I'm just gonna say this now. I already. Can I please make merch for bananagate? Can I please make merch for bananagate?
oh my god, yes!
I want to make bananagate
I need
merch for the shop.
everyone to know about this.
Okay, so So next
So-
I
week,
need
like
the original
next week,
people
I am making
of
bananagate merch.
to know it happened
Yep.
Yeah.
because I need.
Should we just have
their
the
side
3
of the
squirrels in a
story.
bucket 4-4, like separate from our own 4-4s, and then there's just the squirrels?
I don't have a fourth wall, so like
That could work. Yeah, that could
We
work.
should talk about that
you know,
separately.
I will say, like, as a weird aside, while we're, high raiders and kind of welcoming in, I have thought about doing things like reviewing people's resumes or like that kind of document stuff that I'm more equipped to do that I've done in the past. And it feels weird to ask, like, hey, give me $5 or $10 or whatever it is to review resumes. So I always do it for friends. But it kind of goes back to that, like, should I be valuing that time and or knowledge as more than just, hey, I really like fonts?
So here's the thing, right? So I kind of have something similar that I talk to Floof all the time, and that's also kind of like one of the reasons why my decision is I'm a professional house cat. For those of you who have not heard me say that on my streams before, if this is the first time you're meeting me, I'm a professional house cat. And I've had this conversation with my wife, so Floof, for a while now, because one of the things is that I have a lot of skill sets. So very similar to what Maenah just mentioned, I have a lot of skill sets that's not quite, things that go on Twitch. In fact, there are some things which is why I now came up with safe words, because there are certain topics that I should not be seen in a place where it's possible to clip me looking like I'm taking sides even though I'm not.
Yep.
Because I have professional engagements and consultations where it's sort of like, if I am seen to be taking sides, that whole field becomes not valid to me. But that's also one of the things that it's sort of like, it's like, how do I market those skills? Can I even market those skills? So for Maenah, here's the thing. Schools pay professionals, hiring managers to review students' resumes. So why can't you charge to do that for other people? Universities will pay someone to review students' resumes and talk to students like, hey, you should do this and change this in your resume and your CV to make sure that, that if you want work in this field that I am an expert in, these are the keywords that we look for. So you should do that. So why can't you charge for that work? And the thing is, and Floof actually went to a meetup recently, just a couple of days ago. Yesterday, she was at the meetup yesterday, and she came back and she was like, the whole meetup is full of people that sound like you, like me. Where we're like, and this brings back to, I think Jessie Cat mentioned that, Ellie K mentioned that a lot of us have skill sets that we learn on our own. We did not go to school for. Can I still call that a profession?
Yep.
Is that still professional? The answer is yes. But where is this coming from? Because here's the thing, right? Because this is another part of we are going back to double standards again with this. Because Floof brought this up. Men, I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to start any fights or whatever. So, but, men in the chat, think about this. Men will list skill sets they barely know anything about in their resume and CV, and if they get the job, they'll figure it out. Women will get the paper qualification first before they dare to list it in their CV, even if they're already experts. What's up with this double standard, y'all? We accept the other CVs that have already listed that they know those things, and then they get the job, and it turns out they don't fucking know that. And then we are sitting here going, I can fix that problem, but I don't have that cert. Like, I can't I can't do the thing officially because I don't have that set. Why do we think like that?
In our brains. It's ingrained. Yeah, it's like it's a psychological and like ingrained in it, and it's stupid. It honestly is stupid. So I think to wrap it up, so if you guys are cool with that, so we don't make this a 4-hour podcast.
We could easily do that. Honestly,
I was like, we're officially opening the camp.
One day we're just gonna just let it go. We're just gonna let it go. We're just make sure it's
a weekend, and then we can go for like whatever time, so we can start earlier.
Yeah. That way we'll have our hour or 2-hour buff of tech stuff beforehand, and then and
listen, someday
I'm in that. I'm not making fun.
Yeah. Look,
but yeah, double standards.
I had to see. This is another double standard. Maenah is blaming herself for the tech stuff, but today now had to restart the computer. I had to restart the computer before Maenah could join us because Maenah has a real job that takes up time that she couldn't join us. You can ask now. I was sitting here going, why am I hearing myself 300 times? Where is the problem? Couldn't find a damn thing. Just could not find a damn thing and had to turn off my computer and turn it back on again. And then my camera refused to show up.
When we started the stream, I was muted because I forgot to unclick the mic in my own stream on OBS.
And it took me half an hour to realize I didn't start the chat.
Yeah. So, Maenah, my love, you are not the problem. When I say that, it's all three of us.
I mean,
it's all three of us.
I mean, I put tech issues in the title before you even had tech issues because I was having a pile of tech issues.
I didn't even hit. The stream didn't work for 45 minutes. So
doesn't matter. We still have bananagate. We still got
bananagate.
Yeah, bananagate. Bananagate happened before
I'm inspired to make art. I'm streaming next week is what I'm gonna tell you guys because we about to be making some art. I don't. It's gotta be
I'm gonna draw the banana. I'm gonna draw the banana and ask Maenah to fact check it right after this, just so we can get that.
There is a photo. Hang on. Hang on. Let me see if I can get it up. There's a photo of it.
Holy carp! How do we?
Guys,
I the photo.
I don't even think I can pull it up. I'm laughing so hard. Guys, there's a literal bananagate photo. It's live. Hang on.
Off the presses. We have photo evidence of bananagate.
There is a photo. Wee woo.
This episode is
what if I crochet a banana that looks like the banana from Bananagate?
Oh my gosh, do
it.
Oh, Jesus. Do it. We'll have until we figure out the shop thing across our shops, we'll have our own various Bananagate merch and stuff. Yep. Banana.
Oh Lord. I'm gonna have to get back to you, but
we need to see the
actually a. Okay, well then everybody needs to chill. Everyone needs to chill.
Okay, while she's
talking
looking
about what's next.
While she's but
you'll know when I find it.
Yeah. So while Maenah's talking, okay, I just want to revisit one of the points I was talking about earlier. Yeah. With the how to work again, how to get rid of some of your double standards, with regards to what is professional and what isn't. So find yourself a group of friends who appreciate what you do. Because for me as an artist, and the day I could call myself an artist and feel it came because of friends. Because I moved to Australia, and that was when I found that group of friends who actually appreciate me as an artist. Before that, I didn't think I was an artist, but I moved to Australia and everyone was telling me how much they love my art. And that starts to get louder than what my mom has to say, because while I was in Australia, my mom wasn't next to my ear all day. So all I had was the positive reinforcement that you are worth it. You can do this, and we want your help to do these things that you say is not your profession. So yeah, so that is basically like, find yourself a group of friends who's going to be louder than your mother. And then it's going to help.
The louder than your parental figure that left you with that mindset is definitely the key thing.
And yes, welcome raiders! We have another raid! Yay! Maenah, is this your what, third raid?
Yes.
I think you had like 2 raids the other day.
Oh my god. Everybody needs to go away. Also, as I found it.
Did you find it?
Yes.
I did. I 100% did. This is real. Like, look, it's a banana. Like, I'm not kidding.
Closer to the screen.
I know. Everybody needs to chill. Everyone needs to chill.
Like, you need to, Maenah, you need to watch our streams so that you can see where to put the banana, because chat can't see your banana. Yes! Perfect. No, move back. Yes.
That
there.
Can you please also
banana!
Put that photo in?
Yeah, can you also send it to us? Yeah, please send to the group chat. Yes.
I'll 100%. I will 100%. Like,
so post on Discord. Yes.
Like,
welcome raiders to Bananagate.
This is gonna be real. Like,
yeah, Bananagate. Can we just have a print of the banana photo? Is that valid?
Maybe we're gonna get your fourth.
Also,
we're gonna get you a fourth wall shot.
Do you remember butter?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna get Butters Bananagate.
Yep. So as Jessie said, this stream has been brought to you by the letter B.
But yeah, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping it up now. Raven, if you could find us, tell us where we're going. Raid target, please.
I'm not raiding tonight.
Yeah. So
where went
last time?
We have gone off topic quite a bit, but we had fun. At least I think so. We've learned a little bit about ourselves. We've learned about Bananagate, which will never ever be forgotten. Bananagate. Yep, that's the episode title. It's Bananagate.
So since we were talking about food stuff, a date night in is on. Do we want to go there?
Sure, I'll go wherever you tell us to. Do I need to actually put in the raid thing myself, or can you put it in the share chat and it raids all 3 of us?
Nah, we all have to rate our own channels out, but this is the channel that I'm thinking of because she usually does cooking stuff. So since we're talking about bananas, Carl is great to hang out with, and she's currently playing a game called Burglin Gnomes, which I feel like kind of is sort of the vibe we have. You need that banana as an emote now, Maenah. You need a banana emote.
Yeah, we're gonna get a banana emote.
We're gonna get Maenah a banana emote.
Infamous now.
We're getting Bananagate has to happen. That emote has to happen. So yeah, let's go ahead and
I will make sure everyone gets to see this. Like I said, I need everyone to forward.
Thank you, Lindo.
We're gonna get Liv, and Liv is gonna help us track down the people that were involved. And
your name tag needs to be a coaster.
Okay. Also, Also,
this is
Raven.
Yes.
We need to put her name tag somewhere on her screen.
Yep.
Like our pronouns. It's like she, her, it, butter.
Yep.
No, don't.
Please send me the picture of that. Send me the picture so I can make you a new name tag.
But yeah, we're gonna raid out. We're gonna try to raid a date night in.
Yep.
Thank you all for hanging out with us. Our next
wait, we don't have a raid message again.
No, we sure don't. Just make out up.
I don't know how to raid.
Put Bananagate. We learned about Bananagate.
Just Bananagate. Just scream Bananagate going in there. Carl will be so confused, but then Maenah can explain it.
No, don't.
Yep, we'll scream Bananagate. So I am /raid.
Yeah. Let me try and quickly type up raid message.
Okay.
Oh heck. There we go. And then Well?
Jesse Cat.
Good news. None of this is working. Does this surprise
Yay! I'm
anyone?
kidding.
Oh,
Okay, worst
usually
case,
breaking
we'll
shit.
raid you out, Maenah. I think me or Raven can raid you out.
Yep.
Take me.
So it
Take
may be a
me.
few seconds, but we'll raid you out as well.
There we go. We can have this.
There you go.
I hate that this is a thing, but also kind of love that it's a thing. So
Grab
Okay.
that raid call if you
Grab
if
that.
folks will. People in Maenah's chat, give us a few minutes after we raid out, because
Yes.
on the other channels, we're coming.
Mhm.
We're going to get it
please be
raided
there.
out.
Yep. We'll get you there. We'll get you there.
I've broken everything. Thank you for being here. I don't think we talked about anything we were supposed to.
We
did a
did.
little bit.
We kept going back to double standards. What do you mean?
We did.
Our
I think this
our
ended
next
up
topic is
just being like, support your local artists.
yes. Don't give random bananas to people
Be
on the
good.
street that have bite
Yeah.
marks in them. Don't
No,
steal banana
do that.
props from
That's good.
improvs.
Okay, so grab your raid
Also-
calls. I've started the raid over at Maenah's, so
Oh.
that should be happening. We are raiding over as well from my chat, and now I assume you have things going on as well. So we are going to
Yeah, it
be
says
back.
we
When
are.
are you going to be back now?
Next, I'll be back next on Monday because I got to do art. I gotta draw. I'm feeling inspired.
Yeah. So Nao's
I'll
gonna
be
be
back
back
on
on Monday. I'm gonna be back on Sunday. Maenah needs to figure out her computer, so we'll give her a little bit of a chill time and not ask her when she's gonna be back. But we are gonna have her back. If she doesn't come back, we're gonna scream at her. Okay? So yeah. The rest of you have a
I'm
good
figuring it
rest
out,
of your
Kat.
day. Have fun over with Carl over at the date night inn, and we'll see you when we see you again. Bye.